Well, everybody, I'm back. Nearly didn't make it, but I found some DV tapes in time. And just wanted to show you a bit of the house here that we're staying in San Francisco, or just barely outside. Where are we exactly? I always forget so many places we've been, so many names, you know, it's hard to keep track of them all. I think we're in Walnut Creek, something like that. Anyways, this is a beautiful house here, and I seem to be using that word beautiful a lot on this trip, and that's why I brought my camera, so you folks at home could see what I'm doing and what I'm documenting here. It's a bit too much sun there, so I'll probably stay in the shade, but yeah, we're staying with Barry and Dawn at the moment, and they're all sort of buddies from my dad's sort of early days at the bank and acting, and I think he directed my dad at one point. But just wanted to give you guys a little mini tour around the house, because there really is quite a patio, and for the first time we actually have a pool, which I sort of had the first week in Canada, didn't even use, and I don't know if I'll be doing much swimming in here, but at least if it gets hot we know that we can cool down. So yeah, this is the first day in Seattle, in San Francisco, sorry, because we arrived on the plane today from Seattle, that's why I'm getting confused. And we didn't take a bus this time across the border and have to pay $6, which I think is an outrage since nobody else had to. We're the only ones with British passports, so what does that entitle us to $6? I have no idea. But anyway, that's what's happened. So there are some dietary differences in the house, but I've got some beef jerky and I got some root beer, so I'm all ready to go, really. So we got about 3-4 days here, and then we're flying back to England. So maybe see you around. Okay, bye-bye. That's where the deer were just moments ago, as you'll probably see in some of the clips. Here we are in the forest with a bunch of redwoods. You can probably see the size of them. Now, some of them form up into one tree, but it's actually several, and they get burnt on the inside. And they're so durable because the fire actually can't get to the inside and burn them out. So, or it gets on the inside, but again, it's surrounded by several trees, so it's got lots of cover and protection. And the bark is so thick that it can actually penetrate the inside of the tree. That's why they last forever and thousands of years, hundreds of years. So, something to think about. Age does matter. This place is called Cathedral Grove, everybody, so I gotta be really quiet. Looks like a giant mushroom over there. As you can see, it looks like a giant mushroom coming off it, but that's actually a burrow, which is the things that stick out of trees that sometimes look like appendages, fingers, you name it. But this one definitely looks like a weird abnormality. It's quite fresh. Not like it's sort of old and kind of worn. It actually looks like, you know, it's kind of deformed, but not like the conventional deformation, but kind of beautiful. Again, I just want you guys to see how many times these trees have been burnt and burnt again. Just all over the place. I mean, you can't get away from it. I mean, just look at that. It's just everywhere. This whole area looks like it's been burned about a million times over, yet the trees still remain. Unlike people and houses that burn once and then they're gone. Is this place like Jurassic Park or what? And to end our tour of Moor Forest, R.I.P. Michael Crichton. Without you, Jurassic Park would have never happened. Hey everybody, we're in Tiburon, which is part of the greater San Francisco area. And just to show you a little local cinema. They're showing The Other Guys, the new Will Ferrell film. Showing a new film with Paul Rudd and Steve Carell. And there's the box office. So even a little town like this, they have 3 movies showing in a small cinema. It's amazing what you can do in a small space, eh? Hey, check it out, Sam's. Not the first time we've been, and it won't be the last. I would show you guys San Francisco skyline, but it's a bit foggy over there because that's what San Francisco is famous for. It's famous for its fog, even though we got beautiful sunshine right up in here, like the past 2 weeks up in Vancouver and Seattle. But now we're in San Francisco, where the sun always shines when you're on the right side, and when you're in the city where it's supposed to be all beautiful, the sun never shines. It's probably too windy, but we're by Golden Gate Bridge here, one of the most famous, if not the most famous bridge in the world, and I got a shot of Alcatraz in the back, but just to show you how windy it is, you can see the fence here shaking, You know, I tried to get a shot through it, but it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how the sound is going to turn out because there's just too much wind clutter. But wow, I don't know if I've ever been here, or if I was, I certainly don't remember it because I was too young. But hey, this is a big ass bridge, everybody. You just see the difference in weather. Up here, it's super ass cold and super windy, and way over there, you got nice sun where we just were for lunch. I think we're kind of around the corner a little bit, but you get the point. It's our last day in San Fran here. We fly out in about 4 or 5 hours or something. Gonna go to the airport. Just we're on Pier 39 at the moment, Fisherman's Wharf, downtown San Fran. I just wanted to show you the schooner in the back, since it's been a relevant part of my life, and it'd be lovely to have a boat like this for my 25 film, which may or may never happen. I just wanted to give you a little look-sees, peek-sees at what my ship could have been, which never was. Just real quick, just want to show you some last minute postcard writing from Daddy's point of view. On a cable car right now, San Fran. A couple hours to go. Next stop, Trip. As you can see, there's all the same line for the cable car that goes all the way around in a big U.E. That's the longest line I've ever seen. There's no way we're going back with a cable car. I think we're walking our cabinet. Well, we come to the end of our trip in Canada and America, and this is our last official day in San Francisco. I hope this documentary serves you well. Hope I've got some good stuff out there, because bits and pieces, I think, are a bit more than the average documentary. I got some amazing stuff. It's a bit sad to leave and to go back to dreary old England, because we found out it's going to rain on Friday. So that's never too fun, because it just reminds us the reality of life, where you have to get back to work and do your thing. Which at the beginning of the trip I was kind of a bit sad, missing out on a couple of movies. When we actually got here, I found out I'm missing out on a bit of War Horse, maybe even the whole thing, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's going to go on for a while. But at least I get 2 weeks break from Martin Scorsese's Hugo. And what else do I want to say? We had a lunch at an Ethiopian restaurant today, and that was quite a strange experience, since they didn't bring out any cutlery straight away, so we were forced to eat with our hands, which I've never had before. I've eaten at African restaurants, I've been to Africa, but I've never actually had a restaurant not give us any cutlery. We had to steal the spoon so we could get the food, you know, to put it sort of in these little wrap things. Now, I like kebabs, don't get me wrong, but this is like African kebab, like you've never had it before. We drove around Berkeley today, which was pretty cool, just seeing the campus. That was quite amazing, just how spoiled sometimes the Americans are, and they don't realize it, you know, how lucky they are to have this great country, this wide open space, all these cultures come together, the big buildings, the whole lot. You know, I mean, sometimes I have dreams about going back to school and missing college and university. And I don't know, it just goes to show that, you know, these young kids, they take for granted what they got. But, you know, I'm not saying I live my life differently. That's why I dream my life differently. Because shooting this now, being with you guys, it's been probably one of the most better experiences I've had, since I know my camera, I know the sound. Hopefully the technical side will be all good. I did lots of driving shots, but it's good to end on San Francisco, because I don't really remember it as a kid. And now, you know, we have to leave again, go back to reality. Either way, you may see some clips of Bubba Gump's tomorrow, Pier 39, bits of the tram. But besides that, we've covered pretty much all sides of San Francisco, I think.